What's up, people? Okay, so I posted on Facebook about this a few days ago, and I'm just gonna go ahead and make a vlog about it, a little rant as well. So, like I said before in my previous videos, if you don't like rants, then don't listen, okay? But this is a legitimate rant. It's not just me just not liking something. This one is very legitimate, so you might want to hear me out, okay? So let me start from the beginning. I met this guy one day. When I go work out at night, sometimes he's there. And ever since I met this guy, there was something off about him. Okay, this guy, he seems to have some sort of superiority complex or inferior complex, and he tries to walk around like he's an alpha male. Basically, he walks around with the shoulder tilt, and he grunts excessively. I don't grunt excessively. If I can help it, I don't do it. But when I do, it's for a good reason. But this guy just grunts for everything. He's just overall obnoxious, and so the first day I see him, he's acting all weird because I yell usually on my last sets when I'm just super fatigued and I need to get some extra power in my sets. So I do a little grunt or a little yell, and I think this guy got intimidated by that for some reason. And so he starts walking around like he's owning the place, and he starts walking really close to me, and I'm just like, okay, and I've seen him about a total of 8 or 10 times around there, and every time I see him, he always walks really close to me for no apparent reason, or like inches, like it's come to the point where he's walked like 1 inch behind me. I'm not kidding, literally like an inch behind me. He practically stepped on my foot yesterday. Well, yeah, he's been doing this every time. And, I was doing chest yesterday, and this is where it really starts to get out of hand. I was about to rack my dumbbells, and the guy, he's sitting by the rack. No, he's standing by the rack, sorry. And he's only like 2 feet away from it. And you can see I got pretty broad shoulders. That's about my shoulder width, and I got a dumbbell in each hand, so it's even more. And I finished with my drop set, and I say to the guy, right in his direction, he's not wearing headphones, earphones, any of that. I say, "Excuse me." I say it pretty politely, but to the point where he can hear me, and he doesn't move. When I said "excuse me," I was already standing up. So then I was walking towards him, and I said, "Excuse me," again, and I know the guy could freaking see me. Like, he's right there. He's like 3 feet away from me. He can see me in the mirror walking towards him. Still doesn't move. So what I do, that made me really angry. So I just cut right in front of him with the dumbbells, basically forcing him to move out of the way. And I slam the dumbbells on the rack and walk away. And I mean, when I'm in my zone while I'm working out, I don't like taking crap from anybody. I don't care what you're trying to prove for your ego. I don't want any part of it. Okay, so I just walked away, moved on to my next exercise, which was close grip bench. And he's on the bench farthest from me, doing regular flat bench barbell. And after every set, I have a habit of going to get a drink of water because I don't like standing still after my sets. I need to be moving. And so while I'm walking, I've been walking past him, but I've always been like a few feet away from him. So after about the third set I'm doing, I'm walking past him again, and the guy, he's doing his set, finishes his set right as I'm walking past him. Then he jumps up from the bench, gets like right next to me, puffs his chest up while I'm walking. I'm walking that way. He's like right next to me, puffing his chest up, perpendicular to me. And so and he basically almost stepped on my foot. That's how close he was. He was like right up on my tail. And I was just like, what the heck is this guy's problem? I was about to go front him right there. But, yeah, so I let that go, and I was just like, I took a deep breath. I just finished my workout. But today is where it started getting really funky, okay? Really out of hand. Okay, because I see him again, I'm doing my squats, and he's walking by me, doing the same stupid crap. But this time, he's looking at me from the mirror from about 15 feet away. He's over on the other side of the gym, and he starts throwing up gang signs at me. He's just like, and I was really tempted to start doing some sort of rock, paper, scissors crap to toy with him and basically mock him. I mean, this dude has to be at least late 30s, at least. And he's over here throwing up gang signs. Seriously. And so, then he's leaving. This is afterwards. Oh yeah, also before he left, he was walking by me again. And he's looking at me in the mirror. And he just does a freaking bicep flex. Like, he's just like, ah. And I'm just like, are you freaking kidding me? Seriously? And I just laughed at him. Like, I just laughed right in his face. And so he's leaving. And this is what made me really uncomfortable. He's walking by me as he's leaving again. Okay? And he's on the phone this time. And he's looking at me. Okay? And I have no issue confronting somebody. Okay? I have absolutely no issue. And I have no issue. It might sound a little bad, but if I have to fight somebody, I have no issue doing that as well. I've been in a few fights in my time. I have no issue standing up to somebody who's trying to challenge me. But that's not to say that I want to. I don't like doing that type of stuff. If I can not do that, then I won't. But yeah, so this guy, he's talking on the phone, he's looking at me, and I'm like, okay, that couldn't. That took the cake. So after that, I go up to the front desk, and I started telling him about this guy. Like, as I'm going to the front desk, this guy's walking out the door. Okay, and I like, he's right outside. There's a window right in front of the front desk, large window, very large, and he's just standing out there pacing around. And he's looking at me while I'm talking to the guy at the front desk, complaining about him. And I tell the guy at the front desk, this guy's been throwing gang signs up at me, and it's making me extremely uncomfortable. And I would handle the situation myself, but I don't want to cause any problems. And this guy is staring at me right behind me while I'm talking to the guy at the front desk. And I'm just sitting here like, wow, you've got to be kidding me. Sorry, I'm just checking if it was recording. I didn't want to say all that and then have it not be recording. So yeah, and then he's like, yeah, the guy, he's odd, blah blah blah. So I complain, and the guy's still outside. And I'm just like, wow, this guy is seriously off. He must have some sort of mental issue or something. And so I go back, and one of my friends is there. A guy who's older than me, about 28, Hispanic as well. And I start talking to him, and I ask him, like, I don't even tell him what's been going on with me and the guy. I ask him if he knew the guy. And when I asked him that, he said, yeah, I know the guy. He's been giving me issues too. And he starts going on a rant about the guy. And not only that, he says his friend has also been having issues with the guy. And another one of his friends has also been having issues with the guy. So I'm just sitting here thinking, wow, man, this guy is a serious prick. And he says that people have even tried to ask him politely if there's an issue, and he doesn't even look at him. He just ignores him completely. So I'm just like, what the heck is wrong with this dude? Is he on some sort of drug? Does he have a mental problem? What is it? And so, I handled it like I should handle it. Sometimes you just have to be smart about the situation, guys. As much as you want to satisfy your ego and just punch somebody in the face, trust me, that's what I felt like doing. I honestly felt like just punching this guy in the face. As much as you want to satisfy your ego, sometimes you have to think about things, and think forward, and give it thought if it's really worth it. Okay, so I ended up handling this fairly well. He says they're gonna look into it seriously and potentially kick the guy out. And I hope he gets kicked out. Either way, I'm leaving this gym very soon, in about a month and a half. That's when, because you gotta give him 30 days notice, so in a month and a half. But I also want to tie in this video as to why I hate gangs. Gangs have to be some of the stupidest things on earth. If you're in a gang, you're watching this, and you're going crazy about me saying that, I honestly don't care, okay? You don't intimidate me, come find me, okay? But gangs are seriously some of the stupidest things on this planet. Alright? The only thing they serve for is dividing people and causing a whole plethora of issues with violence, drugs, drinking, you name it. And I've never seen anything really positive come out from a gang. You know, people join them because they're insecure, they need protection, and all. And I can understand why some people would join them to begin with. But when you're that old, you're about 40 years old, and you're still in a gang, you have a serious problem, and you need to check what you're doing with your life and get the hell out. Okay? Gangs serve absolutely no purpose. Just look at all the gangs of today. What good are they producing? What good? All they produce is problems. You talk about the drug trafficking, human trafficking, people getting murdered just because they're walking on the street wearing a certain color shirt. How stupid is that? You wear a red color shirt in the wrong place or a blue color shirt, you get shot and get killed. Seriously. So I mean, if you're in a gang, you need to get out. Seriously. There is no point in doing that. It's only a dead end, and it's only going to end up impeding you from reaching your true potential. And I mean, that I just had to give my 2 cents on that, because you're middle-aged. This guy's a middle-aged man throwing up gang signs at me like a child. Like, gang signs in the freaking gym for no. The guy doesn't even know me. Okay, he doesn't even know me, and he's throwing up gang signs at me. You know, I seriously believe this guy has some sort of mental issue, if he's acting like that, or he's been through some sort of hard problems in his past, if he thinks it's okay to just do that. He doesn't talk to anybody in the gym. And yeah, guys, I mean, that's that. I handled it like I should have, and that's just to give credence to you to handle these type of situations like you should. And if you can avoid getting into a problem with another person, then don't get into a problem with them, because it's not worth it. Alright, I've been in a whole bunch of problems with other people in the past, and let me tell you, it's not worth it. There's no point to it. Okay? So yeah, that's my rant, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm trying to make my rants more controlled now. I actually made a same video about this same issue before, but that was before today. So yeah, I'm just giving you guys a whole story, so you don't think I'm just flipping out for no reason. Alright? So anyways, guys, that's that. Till next time. Peace out. Stay motivated.